The legend of Saensak Muangsurin. Saensak Muangsurin was a legendary Muay Thai champion who set a never-before-seen record by capturing a world title in just his third professional fight. A powerhouse known to fans as the world Collapsing Southpaw, fought against many of the best fighters in the early golden era of Muay Thai. And in 1973, he earned Thailand's most prestigious Muay Thai honor, the Gold Sports Writers Fighter of the Year award. Just a year later, in 1974, he broke a world record once again, taking the WBC light welterweight title in the shortest time in history, just 3 fights in under 1 year. When modern-day great Vasyl Lomachenko set out to eclipse Saensak's record, he was instead rewarded in a controversial match, the first loss on his record to Orlando Salido. And while Lomachenko did manage to become a champion, like Saensak in just 3 fights, it is Saensak who would do so 11 days faster than the Ukrainian savant. In Muay Thai, Saensak possessed exceptional punching power and skill, explosive to the extreme, and hitting hard as a truck. Saensak was not the power-drunk brawler you would imagine. Instead, he was technically brilliant. By age 24, Saensak had seized title after title in both Muay Thai and boxing, a harbinger of the great multi-talented Muay Thai wonder savant, doing exactly what the more widely known savant accomplished much later. Another legend of the sport, the fighter known as Savant, tried his earnest to equal Saensak's world boxing record and failed to claim it. Saensak's prowess is spoken of through his fights. Against a 2-time world challenger, the fearsome, never-before knocked out Lion Furuyama, Saensak finished him. Then, on a steamy Bangkok day, in July of 1977, Saensak faced off against WBC light welterweight champion Perico Fernandez. The Spanish champion first tried to exploit Saensak's style, one that stood out as unorthodox for boxing. A Muay Thai stance and rhythm should not have worked in the sweet science. But it was Saensak who poured on the attack and ultimately overwhelmed the Spaniard Fernandez. In the 8th round, Saensak would retire the champ and take the belt for his own. A victory that sent shockwaves through the boxing and Muay Thai worlds. Sadly, all good things come to their ends. In boxing, Saensak would lose his title by disqualification, only to gain it back later against the same opponent, defending his throne 6 times. But his legendary run had seen its peak. In the twilight of his career, Saensak lost 5 of his last ever 6 matches, 3 of them by KO. His explosiveness was gone, his skills deteriorated. Bitterly, Saensak passing in 2009 came after years of hardship and financial suffering. A mournfully typical end for a fighter. Saensak's passing highlighted for many the impossibly high bar he set for aspiring legends of the sport. His thunderous power punches and body kicks are well remembered, and like any great southpaw, his left hand could put you to sleep at any time. His right hook was an equally deadly weapon, as Saensak would chain it with his left together as he barraged his opponents. His true weapon, though, really, the one he needed, was his left straight. It didn't matter if he was moving forward or backward, the left straight, and often 2 in a row as his assault ramped up its speed, was always mine. If his opponents dared to stand and trade with him, they would soon be met with a short left bomb on the chin. The vicious artistry created by his left hand would serve any southpaw well to study. It is the true body of work, but left behind by one of the great forgotten icon of the art of 8 limbs, Saensak Muangsurin. If you enjoyed this Muay Thai history spotlight and striking breakdown, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more. Legendary striking and its analysis is what this channel is all about. Talk to me in the comments below, and let's discuss why legendary striking matters.